welcome to the Golden Calm Podcast. Special edition with the Honorable Mayor Will Neill of Newport Beach. Will Neill, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Not only do I appreciate you spending time with me, but I appreciate you spending time with me outdoors.
Oh yeah, especially here.
Especially here. So for the context of people who might not know where we are, if you were trying to describe this to somebody from the other side of the country or the world, where are we? Like, look around, and we got a drone in the air, we'll get some perspective, and we've got some guys here with some iPhones. Describe where we are right now.
Yeah, right now we're at Castaways Park. So Castaways Park is one of the most beautiful parks, frankly, in America. We overlook the harbor and the back bay, and it's a wide open grass area, but once a year for Memorial Day weekend, and the weekend right before when we celebrate Armed Services Day, the Newport Harbor Exchange Club puts up 1,776 American flags, and affixed to almost all of them are yellow ribbons, where we get to see service members' names, oftentimes former family members or people who have served, and some of them have given the ultimate sacrifice.
Okay, so I want to see if I can't double click on a few things I heard. There are 1,776 flags out here.
There are, yeah. So the Newport Harbor Exchange Club gets out and puts up literally 1,776 flags. Unbelievable, which of course is symbol for...
Well, 1776.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since 8th grade, but I do remember that one.
Yeah.
What's the Exchange Club? You kind of rode by that too quickly for me.
Oh yeah, so the Exchange Club, I'm actually a member, and it's a service organization. It goes out, makes sure it's raising funds and awareness for a whole bunch of social causes. One of them for this particular organization is making sure people have a memory of patriotism, of civics, and and celebrating and remembering Memorial Day.
That's awesome. All right, so we're going to take a walk. We're calling this the Walk and Talk.
Great
podcast.
Yeah, the West Wing approach.
Yeah, and you're kind of a pilot for me, so thank you for that. The West Wing. The West Wing, I tell you, that was amazing. That was way ahead of its time. That was 20 years ago.
It was, yeah, it was, and that's not exactly how politics is, but I do appreciate the effort.
Yeah. So speaking of politics, maybe just for context, could you tell us how we ended up at that park bench, which means you're the mayor of Newport Beach, but where'd you grow up, a little bit of your educational background, how you got interested in public policy and politics, and maybe just a version of how we got to that seat together there.
Sure. So I grew up in Fresno, which is not Newport Beach. Great place to be born and raised. I am a fourth generation attorney, but I can tell you right now, the most important thing is I had two parents who really instilled civics, making sure you're getting involved in your community, and then being a part of it, a big part of it. So my dad was a federal judge. My mom ran the YWCA, which took in battered women and children. So my sister and I would actually spend time at the location doing homework, surrounded by folks who were in much worse situations than we were. So they instilled that in. So I was fortunate enough to go to college at Stanford University, law school at UC Hastings, came down here for work. And then back in around 2014, 2015, I had a good friend of mine come to me and say, hey, look, I think you should go run for city council. I did eventually, and then, but before that, I got added to the city's finance committee so I could get a feel for what it's like to serve in a city. I ran in 2016, was elected, re-elected in 2020, and I'm now in my second term as mayor of the great city of Newport Beach.
That's awesome. So we planned this to come out here, and sure enough, we came out here in the right day.
Oh, perfect day.
Because check this out, what we got here. We've got, what I understand is every elementary school in Newport Mesa School District honoring for Memorial Day, singing, watching, standing. What is this?
Yeah, so the Newport Harbor Exchange Club puts together an organization and partners with the Newport Mesa Unified School District. So we've got all the fifth graders from Newport Mesa schools here celebrating. We got the president of Newport Mesa, the Newport Harbor Exchange Club right here. What we're doing is we're making sure that we're instilling the Americana, the reason for Memorial Day, and reminding people there are a lot of people who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have.
And on these flags, because I live over there, and this is my morning walk, so I love this time of the year when you guys do this. 15 years you've done this.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So there's all this artwork that's on the flags.
Yes.
And it was, the artwork is obviously done by kids, children.
Yeah.
Probably these kids.
A lot of them, yeah. So as you walk through this park and you're walking amongst the 1,776 flags, you come across the artwork that kids have, you come across the yellow flags that people have signed up to sponsor, and the artwork is done in the classroom as kind of a preparation for coming to the Castaways Park. A lot of history, a lot of patriotism, a lot of discussion about what it means.
It's awesome. I love it. Gives me like goosebumps.
Yes.
Just happened right there. Okay, so we've got like a SWAT vehicle, some police. We're going to squeeze through here and come out. So I want to go over to the statue of the 1st Battalion.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're seeing our police department. We really care about making sure that our city's really involved, right? And we make sure that we've got a lot of community participation. We spend a lot of time with our law enforcement, with our fire department, making sure that because we actually end up with a lot of folks in our law enforcement who have served before, who have done a really great job of not just serving our country, but now serving the community afterward as well. So we end up hiring a lot of veterans into both our fire department and our police department, and having them come out and be part of this is a really special moment.
Really special. Really, really special. I feel very safe here right now.
Well, this is Newport Beach. You should feel safe.
I feel safe. Yeah, let's check this out, Mayor. Let's just see it as an example. See, Murph, can you get in on this?
Yeah, so this is a great example of, and I'll show you this too. So this is a great example of someone who has purchased a flag. So they'll actually be able to, at the end of this, take this flag home. So when all of this is taken down, the person who purchased this in honor of Roy John Jr., who looks like he served in the Korean War, the person who dedicated that in his memory is going to be able to take this back home with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I noticed pictures and dedications, almost everyone has one. And then we'll circle back after the podcast just to put in some filler, show some of the artwork from the kids.
Yes.
It's pretty impressive, yeah. Okay, as we're walking up here, we have a drone in the air. I want to stop right here for a second. We have a drone in the air, and we're definitely at 400 feet. So I want to let you know we're at 400 feet. And then if the drone goes past this bay, we're going to be at 400 feet from the ground.
Okay.
Because I was very clear on exactly. I said we can't have any FAA violations.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we got Fashion Island here.
Yeah.
Right, we got the back bay.
Yep.
And then we got the peninsula.
Yep.
Okay, and we're going to work our way right there to this guy that is listening for probably problems on the other side of the wall.
Yep.
Let's go check him out. So I remember I was living around here, and I remember the erection of this statue, and the artist, I think from South Dakota, I can't remember, he came down and we talked about what this Marine represents. And I believe what we'll do is we'll when people come and giving their respects, but maybe a little bit about the statue.
Yeah, so this statue is because in Newport Beach we've had a lot of folks serve. We've had a lot of veterans come in, live here, grow up here, and serve our country. And so in our city we've adopted the Marines 1-1. So they're based out of Camp Pendleton. And that means for our city, we make sure that we're supplementing a lot of the things that our military already does. Make sure that if there's, God forbid, a tragic scenario, we can actually come in and supplement financially to make sure families are being flown in, make sure that there's a lot of health care, there's care that's being provided that's above and beyond what our nation already provides. So, anytime you have a memorial, anytime you have a statue, it's something that people can come together and remember that we're here. We have the freedoms that we have because of men and women who have served in our military, have put the American flag on their shoulder and gone into combat situations. And so for us, we've got this statue here so people can remember. And then actually on Monday, this coming Monday, on Memorial Day, we'll have a ceremony literally right in front of this statue put on by the Newport Harbor Exchange Club, where I'll be speaking, and talking about what Memorial Day means to me and to the city of Newport Beach.
That's great. So this is 2024. This podcast might be watched in the future. So I think it's safe to say the last Monday of every May is Memorial Day.
Yes.
The last Monday.
I believe
and
that's
so
right.
I think it's safe to say that you can come here at Castaways Park if you are in the Newport Mesa area. Come down on Memorial Day, the last Monday of May, for a ceremony that honors the fallen heroes and the peace and just what Memorial Day means to the country.
I think that's exactly right, and that's something that we need to be reflecting on regularly. But I having a single day where we remember those who have fallen in the name, in the memory, in the honor of our nation. They went forward because of ideals. We're one of those nations that is not founded because of a person. We're not because of an ism, so it's not communism or socialism or fascism or something like that. We're founded on a set of principles that were first declared in our Declaration of Independence, that we have truths that are self-evident. So it's not something that we discovered, it already exists. And then we have the United States Constitution. So when people go forward and fight for our nation and are willing to die for our nation, they are dying for a set of ideals, and that really matters.
Sure does, and I can see that just based on what's going behind us that we're in good shape here.
We are in good
We're in
shape.
good shape.
We are.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people talk about we're not teaching enough about American civics. We're not teaching enough. The truth is, first off, it needs to start at home. And I spend a lot of time with my kids, and probably an overabundance with my kids, just given what I do. But that's something we need to spend a little bit more time on at home. But certainly in our schools, especially in Newport Mesa, you can see. We partner up with great civics organizations like the Newport Harbor Exchange Club, like the Elks, we even have the largest membership in the United States. Our American Legion post here in Newport Beach is the largest membership organization. We love our veterans and we love our Gold Star families here in Newport Beach.
Well, I know you're busy. This is one of the busier times of year for you. Thank you for taking your time out.
Thank you. This was great. Thank you.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll get it out soon.
All right.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, guys.